Rick Rosenfeld's back with us, and we're also bringing in Lieutenant Tim Tyler from the Illinois State Police, because we're hearing that things are going in the right direction on the Illinois side of the river. Is that true, and how are you doing it?
Well, we're trying, and we're not doing it alone. The cooperative, collaborating policing strategies that we're using through the U.S. Attorney's Office, through the State's Attorney's Office, all the local police, with the state police assistant. But most importantly, we have a community effort with the faith-based, non-for-profit organizations like Project Compassion, where they're stepping up also and providing the help. So we're constantly in the schools. A lot of my teammates, the Illinois State Police, we're going back into the community. We're coaching baseball, football.
So does this sound familiar, what you're hearing from the Mission Save folks?
Yes, it's all going great. And the most important part for the community to know, it's going to take investment. It's not a quick fix.
Time or money? What are you talking about?
Both, time and money. Bottom line up front, the children in the community, if we reach them early, we save them faster. We rather spend our time up front when they're 6 and 7 years old by bringing them in a culture that we already know, so when they're 18 and 19, they can live like we live. They can understand the American dream with going to college and becoming a productive citizen.
Do you believe it's possible to reach folks that we're talking about here who may have a high chance of reoffending and changing the trajectory that they're on if you didn't catch them when they were 7 or 8 years old?
Absolutely. You have to understand, I work gangs in Illinois. Illinois has one of the highest gang population in the United States. I found through my studies that gangs are made in 3 places: at home, in the neighborhood, and at schools. So one of our way that we're combating it, we're going into the schools, we're going into the neighborhoods. So now when they see the police, we're already established a rapport. They don't know me as Lieutenant Tyler, they just know me as coach. So when I come down and patrol, or when I go out to the with the U.S. Attorney's Office, where we actually have a pizza bus and feeding the kids. So we see them multiple times during the day, and now we have that rapport. Most of our crimes are solved by citizens calling and letting us know what's going on.
Which is something I know we hear the police say is a hard thing to accomplish. Does this all sound like a plan? You're asking for a plan off and online on social media.
It's part of it. So there's a law enforcement component, absolutely. It's a necessary component. But it also requires a lot of investment in these neighborhoods, lots of civic engagement, mentoring, cleaning up of a lot of the vacancy and the derelict buildings that we see, so that you don't go through a community and you see it looks neglected and you see this looks like a safe place to commit crimes. So there's several different components. You know, we started a website called comprehensiveplan.org with a lot of this on there. But we do need a little bit more leadership, I think, at the local level. And we've been calling on the mayor to create a plan. This task force has been in existence for a few months. They had this press conference, but that's not exactly what we were looking for. It's a component, a necessary component, but we're still looking for more.
You know, what you brought up at the top of the show sounds an awful lot like hotspot policing, which sometimes is a dirty word. Where does that fit in?
Yeah, Alderman French and I have had some disputes over time about what hotspot policing means. Let me give you a sense of what I think it means.
And let me warn you that we're almost out of time.
All
We may
right.
have to take it online, but go ahead and give me 10 seconds.
The Alderman has talked about hotspots policing as whack-a-mole policing. Police show up, deal with crime problems, and then leave. My sense of hotspot policing is quite different. Police show up, deal with immediate problems, have to go elsewhere, but then return periodically to those areas.
Okay, we'll leave it right there. Stay tuned. .9net.org. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.